All right, today we are diving into a thriller that has, no joke, taken the world by storm. Let's get right into the super chilling world of The Housemaid's Secret.
So, you know how every great thriller needs a killer hook, right? Well, this one kicks off inside what looks like a totally perfect home. But I mean, just look at that cover. It's pretty clear someone is always watching. And this perfect home, it has one very simple, very chilling rule.
And with a setup like that, how can you not want to know what's on the other side? I mean, seriously, it's basically an open invitation to a mystery just begging you to find out what's going on.
Okay, so who exactly is getting told this rule? Well, let's meet our protagonist. She's a new housemaid, and her job is about to force her to confront, you guessed it, exactly what's behind those closed doors.
See, for our narrator, this job is so much more than just a paycheck. It's a lifeline. It's a sanctuary. She's got her own secrets, you know, a dark past she's running from. So she needs an employer who's not going to ask too many questions. And cleaning this amazing penthouse for the Garrick family, it seems like the absolute perfect setup to just lay low and get by.
But here's where it starts to get weird. The job seems perfect on the surface, right? I mean, amazing views, a beautiful kitchen. But there's a huge piece of the puzzle missing. A really key person. She's been hired, she's in the house every day, but she has never, not even once, actually met Mrs. Garrick, the woman of the house.
So let's get into the unsettling clues she starts to find. Because that perfect, shiny veneer, it starts to crack almost right away.
And we're not talking about small, quirky things here. No, she hears crying coming from a locked guest bedroom. Then, when she's doing the laundry, she finds these tiny spots of blood on Mrs. Garrick's nightgowns. It's just, this is how you build psychological tension, right? You layer all these creepy little details until this beautiful penthouse starts to feel less like a home and more like a prison.
So, of course, her curiosity and, frankly, her concern just get the better of her. She has to know what's going on. She knocks on that locked door, and when it swings open, everything changes. Her whole life and the entire story takes this massive, dramatic turn, and there is no going back.
But you know, this story I'm telling you, it's not just a good plot. There's a reason it became such a massive hit. It tapped into a kind of formula that made it a total global sensation.
And this number right here just perfectly shows you its massive appeal. Just look at that. Over 1.5 million ratings on GOODREADS. That's not just a popular book, that's a phenomenon. It's a cultural event, you know, fueled by readers who are so hooked they just had to tell everyone about it. And it wasn't just reader buzz either. This thing dominated the New York Times and the Sunday Times bestseller lists. It won the Goodreads Award for its genre. It just shows that the story totally hit that sweet spot. It's got this great high-concept idea, the secret in the perfect home, but it's also written in this super fast-paced, easy-to-read way. And that, right there, is the formula for a modern blockbuster thriller. It's pretty clear this story struck a major chord with, well, pretty much everyone.
Okay, so let's circle back to that locked room, because this is where our narrator makes a promise, not just to herself, but to the mysterious Mrs. Garrick on the other side of that door.
This is a huge turning point in the story. Our narrator, she's not just a housemaid anymore. She becomes an avenger. And what's so cool and compelling about this is that, well, this isn't her first rodeo. This isn't the first time she's been in a situation like this. She uses her own dark past as fuel, and she becomes dead set on protecting Mrs. Garrick from her husband. She's no longer just a victim of her circumstances. Oh no. She's now an active and maybe even a dangerous force to be reckoned with.
And that right there, that's the ultimate cliffhanger, isn't it? The question isn't if she's going to do something. It's about what her limits are. How far is she actually willing to go to make sure justice is served? That one question just hangs in the air over every single page from that point on.
So the only way you're going to find out what happens next, what she actually saw behind that door, and just how far she's willing to push things, is to pick up the book and take a peek through that keyhole for yourself. The link to this book is in the video description.